I stepped into the chamber, a 6 by 6 by 3 meter concrete room that felt heavier than it should. It was quiet, save for the faint hum of the fluorescent lights overhead. The scent of stale air and dust filled my lungs as I approached the center of SCP-028. I could feel the tension in the air, thick like a storm cloud, ready to burst. They told me the effects of SCP-028 were unpredictable, that knowledge came like a bolt from the blue. But I was ready. I had volunteered for this, after all. D-class personnel are expendable, but I had aspirations, dreams of becoming something more. As I crossed the invisible threshold into SCP-028's area of effect, the world around me blurred. In an instant, it hit me. It was like a tidal wave crashing over my mind, every piece of information I could ever want flooding my consciousness. I understood complex equations, designs for machines I'd never seen, concepts that had eluded me my entire life. I gasped, overwhelmed, but I couldn't help but smile. This was it. This was the knowledge I had yearned for. But then the bliss began to fade, replaced by a pounding headache. I staggered back, clutching my temples, the knowledge turning bitter and sour in my mind. I had to exit. I stumbled out of the area, gasping for air, my heart racing. I leaned up against the wall, trying to calm myself. Just a few seconds in there had felt like an eternity. I couldn't shake the feeling that something deeper lurked beneath the surface, something I didn't fully grasp. The scientists had warned us about the effects. Some people had emerged sobbing, others had gone catatonic. I had to be careful, but curiosity gnawed at me like a hungry beast. When I was finally given permission to re-enter, I hesitated for just a moment before stepping back inside. The surge of knowledge hit me harder this time, and I choked out to laugh. It was intoxicating. Designs for engines, solutions for energy problems. Then I felt it again, the headache sharper this time, like a knife slicing through my skull. I stumbled backward, fighting to keep myself upright. It was too much, too powerful. I heard voices, whispers in my mind, echoes of thoughts I didn't recognize. They were not mine, but they resonated within me. And then I realized the truth. This wasn't just knowledge, it was a gateway, a way to see into the minds of others, to understand their thoughts, their fears, their very essence. I could feel their lives, their regrets, and their ambitions. It was overwhelming, and I felt myself slipping away, losing touch with who I was. Suddenly, the room began to spin. I fell to my knees, gasping as I clutched at my head, trying to hold on to something real. I had to get out. I had to escape this madness. But before I could crawl to the exit, I heard a voice, a familiar voice echoing in my mind. Why did you do this? It wasn't mine. It was someone else's, someone who had been here before me. No! I screamed. But the knowledge surged again, forcing its way into my mind, and in that moment, I realized who it was. The miner from the reports, the one who had designed the cold fusion reactor. With a final surge of will, I staggered out of the chamber, collapsing onto the floor outside. The armed personnel rushed to my side, confusion etched on their faces. I could see the fear in their eyes, but I couldn't explain. The knowledge was too much. I felt like I had become a vessel for another's thoughts. As they hauled me to my feet, I managed to whisper, "It's not just knowledge. It's them. They're all in there." But before they could respond, I felt the world shift again, and with a chilling realization, I understood. I wasn't just a vessel. I was now part of SCP-028. The knowledge would never leave me, and every time someone else entered, I would feel it. I was no longer just me. I was a collection of minds, a cacophony of thoughts, trapped in an endless loop of understanding. And the worst part, I could hear them all screaming.